Who are the true kings of clutch when it comes to racking up NBA wins? From iconic buzzer beaters to decade-long dynasties, some legends didn't just play the game, they defined it. Did you know LeBron James is just 80 wins away from breaking Kareem's record? Or that Robert Parrish won more regular season games than any other player ever? And here's a shocker. Derek Fisher has more playoff wins than anyone except LeBron. Which career impresses you the most? Does ring count matter more than longevity? We're breaking down the greatest game winners in NBA history, and you don't want to miss it. Subscribe now for more legendary hoops content. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the ultimate winner.
Well, that also has been a criticism, Hunter. You're right. The Lakers sometimes let things get out of hand on them. Jabbar moves!
Let's kick things off with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the player with the most wins in NBA history. 1,228 total wins. Can you imagine that kind of consistency over a career? Of those wins, 1,074 came in the regular season, which is still the highest ever, and he added another 154 wins in the playoffs. Do you remember which team drafted him first overall in 1969? That's right, the Milwaukee Bucks. Kareem played 6 seasons there and led them to a championship in 1971. Then, in 1975, he joined the LA Lakers, where things got even crazier. Alongside Magic Johnson and James Worthy, Kareem won 5 more championships. Think about this. 6 titles, 2 finals MVPs, and 6 league MVPs. How many players can say that? He was an All-Star 19 times and made All-NBA 15 times. After retiring in 1989, he held the all-time scoring record until LeBron James broke it in 2023. Did you know he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1995? Tim Duncan, the silent assassin of San Antonio. Now, let's talk about Tim Duncan, one of the quietest killers in NBA history. Duncan won 1,158 games in his 19-year career, all with the San Antonio Spurs. Can you believe that level of loyalty? Out of those, 1,001 came in the regular season and 157 in the playoffs. That makes him one of only 3 players with over 1,000 regular season wins. He was drafted first overall in 1997, and by his second season, he brought San Antonio its first title, teaming up with David Robinson and coached by Greg Popovich. Ever wondered how many titles Duncan won? 5 championships. And with teammates like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, the Spurs won 50-plus games for 16 straight seasons. Isn't that wild? Duncan also earned 2 MVPs, 3 Finals MVPs, and made the All-Star and All-NBA teams 15 times each. He retired after the 2015-16 season and entered the Hall of Fame in 2020. LeBron James, still chasing greatness. Next up is the one and only LeBron James. Since being drafted first overall in 2003,
that the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
When the picks just came out, I just kept praying about.
He's been nothing short of a winning machine. So far, he's recorded 1,148 career wins, 965 in the regular season, and a record-breaking 183 in the playoffs. Can you believe he's just 80 wins away from Kareem's record? LeBron started in Cleveland, spent 4 seasons in Miami, went back to Cleveland to deliver their first title in 2016, and is now in LA with the Lakers. Wherever he goes, wins follow. Which of his championships do you think was the most impressive? He made 8 straight finals appearances from 2011 to 2018. Let that sink in. 4 MVPs, 4 rings, and 21 All-Star and All-NBA selections in the 22 seasons. And he's not done yet. Could LeBron pass Kareem this year? Robert Parrish, the Iron Man of the league. Now let's turn our attention to Robert Parrish, the man known as the Chief. Parrish had a career that spanned 21 seasons and won a total of 1,121 games. Of those wins, 1,014 came in the regular season and 107 in the playoffs, making him one of just 3 players with over 1,000 regular season wins. He started with the Golden State Warriors in 1976, but his real success came with the Boston Celtics. From 1980 to 1994, he helped lead the Celtics to 3 championships, playing alongside Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. Isn't it amazing how long he kept playing at a high level? Later in his career, he joined the Charlotte Hornets and ended with the Chicago Bulls, winning one final title in 1997. Parrish may not have been the flashiest, but he was a 9-time All-Star and a 2-time All-NBA selection. Did you know he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2003? How many players can say they played 21 seasons? Enjoying this so far? Like the video, subscribe now, and sound off in the comments section. Karl Malone, the mailman who kept delivering. Let's talk about Karl Malone, a player who racked up 1,050 wins in 19 seasons but never captured a ring. His total includes 952 regular season wins and 98 playoff wins. He spent the bulk of his career with the Utah Jazz, forming one of the most iconic duos ever with John Stockton. Malone was drafted 13th overall in 1985 and stayed with Utah for 18 seasons. The Jazz were a powerhouse, but they just couldn't get past the Chicago Bulls in the 1997 and 1998 NBA Finals. Can you think of being that good but falling just short? In 2003, Malone joined the Lakers, hoping to finally win a title. But the Detroit Pistons had other plans in the finals. He retired after that season, having earned 2 MVP awards, been a 14-time All-Star, and made the All-NBA team 14 times. John Stockton, the maestro of assists. Right behind Malone in Utah, Jazz greatness is John Stockton, the all-time leader in assists. Stockton had 1,042 total wins, including 953 regular season wins and 89 in the playoffs. He spent all 19 seasons with one franchise, the Utah Jazz. Talk about loyalty. Drafted 16th overall in 1984, he and Malone made the Jazz contenders for nearly 2 decades. Ever wonder how many assists Stockton finished with? The number's mind-blowing. 15,806. That record may never be broken. Even though the Jazz never won a championship, Stockton's career was filled with personal achievements. A 10-time All-Star, an 11-time All-NBA, and a Hall of Fame induction in 2009. Tony Parker, the French floor general.
What a move by Tony Parker, who was...
Let's shift gears to one of the greatest international players in NBA history, Tony Parker. Over 18 seasons, Parker notched 1,029 wins, 892 in the regular season, and 137 in the playoffs. Most of his success came with the San Antonio Spurs, where he won 4 championships. Parker was drafted 28th overall in 2001. A steal. He became the Spurs' starting point guard almost immediately, forming a dynasty with Duncan and Ginobili. In 2007, Parker was named Finals MVP, becoming the first European player to earn that honor. How incredible is that? After 17 years in San Antonio, he played 1 season with the Charlotte Hornets before retiring in 2019. Parker was a 6-time All-Star, a 4-time All-NBA selection, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2023. Did his quickness and floater make him one of the most underrated point guards ever? Derek Fisher, the clutch role player. Last but not least, we've got Derek Fisher, a player who made winning plays when it mattered most. Fisher recorded 1,014 career wins, with 853 in the regular season and 161 in the playoffs, second only to LeBron. Surprised. Drafted 24th overall in 1996 by the Lakers, Fisher was part of the famous Shaq and Kobe three-peat from 2000 to 2002. After a brief stop with the Warriors, he returned to LA and helped win 2 more titles in 2009 and 2010. Do you remember his iconic 0.4-second shot against the Spurs? Fisher also played for the Jazz, Mavericks, and Thunder, finishing his career in 2014. He may not have been a superstar, but he was a leader, always stepping up in big moments. Isn't that the kind of player every team needs? With 5 championships, Fisher's impact went beyond the box score. What's your favorite Fisher playoff memory? How important is experience in the playoffs compared to raw talent? When it comes to winning, these legends didn't just show up, they showed out. From Kareem's dominance to LeBron's ongoing greatness, from Duncan's quiet consistency to Fisher's clutch fire, the true kings of clutch proved that greatness comes in many forms: rings, records, or longevity. What matters most to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more legendary hoops breakdowns. Game on!